What's up, y'all? It's your boy Lil L. And today it is a special episode today. I'm really excited for this episode. Like it really means like a lot. Like this is about to be a great one. I forgot the rest of the introduction. I got excited already. But yeah, it's your boy Lil L, artist, activist, music architect, everything. You already know what I'm saying. And we're here today with a special guest, special guest, Abbyj. Woo!
Hi.
Yes, how you doing, Abbyj?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm re-energized because I was late today, but that nap turned into actual sleep. But we here.
It happens. At least you got sleep.
That's true. Well, they was tearing me up at work. But anyway, today, guys, like we always say at the NSYNC era movement, and we say here on the NSYNC era podcast, our goal is to drop gems. Our goal is not to have an interview. Our goal is to have a conversation. So I want to open up the conversation with a few questions.
Okay.
Get used to it. Get used to it. I heard about this single dropping tomorrow.
Well, actually, tonight at midnight.
Tonight? Oh, listen, y'all.
So technically tomorrow, but if you stay up late, you'll catch it.
So tonight, y'all heard that? Tonight. So talk about this single, this debut single.
All right. So I actually wrote the lyrics to this song about 5 years ago at this point, back in 2017. It was right after my freshman year of college. And I know I don't look it, but I'm 24 for all viewers watching. So I had a rough year at college. It was in a different state. It was in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And so I was just having some trouble integrating, fitting in, all of that. By the end of the year, I'd made some pretty good friends, but I still felt a little bit out of place. And I felt pretty insecure. I was always conscious of what other people were thinking of me, or at least what I thought other people were thinking of me, just because of a past. I talk about this a little bit in the song, just a past with people not really accepting me for who I am, not really integrating well into social situations. So basically, I wrote this song kind of to help myself stay strong, telling myself that yes, I'm weird. Yes, I'm different. Yes, I'm unusual. But you know what? This is who I am. And I can't change who I am. I can only be myself. I'm happiest when I act like myself. And if people have a problem with that, they can get used to it. That's important. Yeah. Either they don't have to be in my life, or they can just get used to it. This is how I am.
That's amazing. And just so the viewers know, where do you currently reside in? Like,
oh, I reside in Hammond, Indiana. Like your song.
Northwest Indiana, stand up. You already know that's the fam. Okay. So as far as this single, what would you say is your way of fundamentally coming up with a song?
Okay. Like, is it my songwriting process?
Yes, process.
Yeah, okay. So honestly, I usually come up with lyrics first. And typically I just, I write about real life experiences. I write about things that I go through. So, I mean, that's how I came up with these lyrics, because again, I was sort of struggling at college. And then when it comes to writing the melody and chords and all of that, that really depends. It really depends how I do that. Typically, I just I just follow my heart
Mhm.
with what sounds right. When I started, writing my own melodies and everything, I got Anvil Studios, which is literally like, I mean, it's super, it's literally free. So like, it's definitely not like super high quality software or whatever. Basically, I just use it to like jot down ideas, like, program in melodies
Okay.
and basic chords and all that. So that's kind of how I create that. And again, I just follow my heart. I'm just like, okay, what sounds how I want it to sound? What goes with these lyrics? What kind of sound goes with these lyrics? And then I do also produce my own music. And so for a long time, I just used this website called Soundtrap. And now I use both Soundtrap and FL Studios. Uh, Basically, I just find sounds on there, and I used to use a lot of synths, but now I'm kind of trying to focus more on putting in drum sounds to, really create a beat.
Mhm.
So yeah, honestly, at producing, that's something that I'm still learning, but I would say that I did a pretty good job with Get Used to It. I am proud of myself for that.
Nice, nice, nice. That's amazing. So y'all hear this? She produced the single as well. She produced it. We talk about from the every melody, nook and cranny, and the lyrics, everything. So she's self-made. One woman army, one woman army. All right, all right. So even to go back a little bit, uh, what would you say was the degree or the course that you went to school for?
Okay, so initially, I actually went to school for music performance, but my second year, I changed my major, and my major became music business. And I was having a little bit of trouble deciding whether I wanted to do music business on the music side or a music business on the business side, because they're technically two different music business programs. I chose music business on the music side because I love music, and also some of the business classes had to do with a lot of math, and I hate math. So yeah, I chose to be on the music side of music business. And I mean, basically it prepares you for, or at least gives you, an introduction to all types of potential music business jobs. So doing radio, DJing, producing, singing and songwriting like I do, uh, engineering, stuff like that, any type of thing in the music business. And it also teaches you how to market your music. So it was a pretty cool experience. College was very difficult, but it was definitely worth it. And I'm super proud to have my degree.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Uh, you know, I really like how, because like I've told you before, like hear your music, like and actually seeing you perform in person. Oh, I gotta tell the story. I gotta tell the story. I gotta tell the story. So y'all, it was after the NSYNC era concert, and we're at the open mic. Shout out to Moy. Um, he's the GOAT. Shout out to Moy. He
That's boy.
we were at his open mic on that Sunday afterwards. And I tell you, first I was in the bathroom, okay? Like so, like I met Abby like way before, but like I really met her this day, like that Sunday. I really met her. I tell you, I was to the bathroom. I was in the bathroom, and I was in the bathroom, and I started hearing. Now, at the time, I didn't know it was Janelle Monáe song, but she told me later on it was Janelle Monáe song. She was covering. As soon as I heard the voice, I'm trying to rush my bathroom break. I'm like, man, hurry up, hurry up. Like, hurry up. Who is this? I gotta hear it. I got it. I was rushing to get out. Everything, wash my hands still wet. Like going out the door. Somebody was right behind me. Like, I gotta get in, I gotta get through. Like, I gotta get out. Let's make a trade. Let's make a trade. And as soon as when I seen that was her singing, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sit close as I can get. And I'm on a side. And she's just singing and she's just hit everything. I'm like, okay. And all of a sudden, when she hit the note, the falsetto, I got up. I said, "What?" I said, "What?" Everybody was looking at me. I did not care. I'm going crazy in Sips. This was at Sip plug up Sip High. This is at Sip Highland.
Sip Highland.
Shout out to Sips. They made us. But yeah, it was like the note and everything, and just y'all don't know. Listen, y'all gotta see Abby perform. She a firecracker. Like, so yeah, that's the story, y'all. Of when like I really got to see Abby sing, like, and she just nailed it. And we all, she had me just discombobulated, like
Discombobulated.
see. And so so yeah, so take us through your I would say composing background, as far as like what instruments do you know how to play?
Okay. Well, I know how to play the piano. And that's actually it, other than singing and rapping as well. Not a lot of people know that, but you guys are gonna see me rap sometime. But I also play the piano. And I started taking lessons. Well, actually, okay. I started picking out melodies by ear back when I was like 7. I kind of just did that for several years. But then when I was 12, I finally started taking piano lessons. And I took them up until my junior year of high school, till the end of my junior year of high school. So yeah, that's how I'm pretty proficient with music theory. And that's why, with music software, I find, well, it's not easy, it's very, it's a very complex process finding the right chords and stuff. But, I know how to create chords. I know the different types of chords. So yeah, and I had to take 4 music theory courses in college.
Mm.
Yeah, those were, oh man, those were difficult, but I learned a lot. So that's kind of, taking piano and then taking music theory. That's kind of how I got good at composing. And then when it comes to the electronic instruments, I sort of just figured that out. I was like,
Right.
okay, what sounds good? What sounds good? And as for, rhythm, beats, all that, kind of just the same thing. I try not to use pre-made loops. I try to make my own loops.
Mm-hmm.
There is one song of mine that I sang in an open mic once that used a loop, but most of mine don't. Or most of mine, rather, are loops that I made.
Nice. That's amazing that you say that. Based off so far of your experience so far, the beauty of being able to analyze that, like, hey, like, don't get me wrong, these loops are right here for use, but I like to make my own. Like, that's a gem. And for people out there, especially producers, don't get me wrong. Now, I have used loop. I'm not gonna lie, I have used loops myself, and then some I have created. And for someone to say, hold on, wait a minute, this is okay, but let me just put this to the side, maybe once in a while, and maybe chop it up. But like, let me just put this to the side and make my own. Hey, that's some gems for y'all, especially upcoming producers or in aspiring producers or producers that want to produce that don't know where to go. And as far as soundtrack, I definitely have like experience like a long time ago, like when a long time ago when soundtrap, like I used to just use it for loops or just try to, I used to try to chop up samples and stuff. It was tedious, but I liked how like it had different compressors and all different things. So it's like, I was very scatterbrained when I was trying to figure out how this whole, if they want to say producing thing works. But definitely soundtrap right now, and like band lab and a lot of the other ones, for certain collaborators, certain artists, they're now being able to collaborate through that, just like having like a project on GarageBand or a project on FL. So that's amazing. That's amazing. So about the singing experience, because I was gonna go into that before I was gonna tell the story, but it just hit me. So as far as talk about your experience singing.
Okay, so I've always liked singing. You know, when I was little, I would kind of just make up random songs when I was by myself. I was a weird kid. But I didn't really get super into singing until, let's see, well, I joined a church choir in fifth grade, like just a kids' choir. I really enjoyed that. I think that's kind of why I started to discover my love for singing. Oh, and I was also in the honors choir in my elementary school,
Nice.
uh, which we sang like some special songs for the Christmas concert. And so, yeah, I really discovered then that I enjoyed singing. But to be honest, for a while, my main focus of, you know, what I wanted to be when I got older was acting. And I still maybe want to do that someday. I still want to dabble in acting at some point. But in middle school, I started getting more and more into singing. I just I was obsessed with Taylor Swift in middle school. I
Mhm.
still kind of am.
That's
And
fine.
I learned a bunch of her songs. I would sing them all the time. I performed in the talent show when I was in sixth grade at middle school, and there were only like 15 contestants, but I was tied in first place, so that was pretty cool. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, And in high school, I finally decided to start taking actual voice lessons. I was 16. Yeah, I was 16. And I actually started taking voice lessons. And the thing is, what I want to do is, you know, more contemporary music. And with the voice lessons that I was taking, I was kind of learning more classical stuff, which wasn't what I wanted at first. But the truth is that learning classical stuff really, really, really helps with your vocal technique, no matter what kind of music you do. So it was extremely helpful for me. And then in college, I took voice lessons with someone else, and that went really well too. Honestly, I for a while I was really insecure about my singing. I put a lot of pressure on myself to do so well,
Mhm.
and I would compare myself to other people at college who, you know, had these big classical theater voices, and I wasn't quite like that. My voice
Mhm.
was different, and you know, I would shout out to Susan if you're watching this, sort of throughout everything. And there would be times when I would literally be sitting in her studio and break down crying because I felt like I was like, oh, this is so difficult. She was like, you've got this, you can do it. And she just pushed me so hard. And I am so, so grateful that she did, because I would not be where I am now without her encouragement.
Exactly. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. To the viewers, like when you are getting like firsthand experience, especially like in school, and I say when you are in an environment that has the frequency or just the outpouring of these different, whether it be singers, different uh entertainment, or you can say many people are going after something that you are going after, and you just see a lot of it. It is so amazing. It is so amazing, super amazing. Did you freeze? Did I freeze? Is that me? I think I'm freezing up. Hold on. I think I'm freezing up. Am I freezing up, Abby?
Yeah. Oh, not anymore. You're good though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm look crazy out here. Out here. Hold on. Let me see something. All right, there we go. I think I had to charge up my hotspot. But yeah, um, so everybody get used to it. It's coming out tonight, 12 a.m. Almost said
Yes.
almost said p.m.
No,
I was
12
checking.
a.m.
12 a.m. Talk to them. Tell them all about it, Abby. Plug yourself. Plug yourself. Tell them all about it.
I'm putting links. Well, actually, I was going to put links to my social media down in the comment section of this video, and you can go to my social media to click on the link that shows you to, you know, all the streaming services that it's going to be on.
Yes, yes, yes. We talk about Spotify. We talk about Apple Music. We talking about Amazon Music. Everything. Get it all. Get it all. Get used to it. What else you want to say to the viewers, Abby, before we get out of here?
I just want to say that thank you for the support for Elle and for me, and I'm just really happy. This is such a big step for me. I've dreamed about this for, releasing a single for a really, really long time. And I won't say too much, but there is more music coming in the future. And again, since like middle school, I've been so into singing. I've been into songwriting for ages as well. And the fact that I'm actually releasing music now onto platforms, and this is the start of me really chasing my music career, this means so much. And the fact that Elle is, giving me the opportunity to be interviewed on this podcast as well, like I'm so grateful for that. This means a lot. Yeah. So before I get way too emotional, everyone who's watching, y'all are great. I hope you have a great day.
Yes. You're so welcome, Abby. You know I got you. All right, everybody, get used to it coming out tonight. Go check it out. Abbyj, thank you for coming onto the show, and definitely gonna get you onto the show again. And pretty soon we got some treats for y'all. Like we got some treats for y'all.
Oh yeah, we do.
They got some treats for y'all. Like y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. But Abby, link in the description of this video on YouTube. And if you're listening on Instagram, go ahead and click that. Get used to it coming out the 17th. You already know. Yeah, we out.